Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Susan Kennedy. There are more than 70,000 residents here in Montgomery County who are living in poverty. Many of them are employed in minimum wage jobs that pay $7.25 per hour as their main source of income. They earn just over $15,000 per year. A bill that would raise the minimum wage has been voted on by the council, and the decision did not come without a spirited discussion.
Councilmember Rice.
By the year 2017, those Montgomery County residents working in minimum wage jobs will be making $11.50 per hour. This historic vote by the council is designed to balance the needs of county workers and businesses that are still recovering from the national recession. Mark Elrich is one of the bill's sponsors.
I always thought that we ought to be thinking about what this actually means for people trying to put food on the table. And I think at the end of the day, we made a good decision. I would have liked a year earlier, but I think we've really moved in the right direction. I'm really proud of what we've done, and I'm happy.
With the vote, the council precedes action by the state. Governor Martin O'Malley has said he will push to raise the minimum wage during this year's legislative session. In the meantime, neighboring jurisdictions, Prince George's County and the District of Columbia, are poised to take similar action. The bill's co-sponsors call it economic justice.
I think it's an amazingly historic day for the county and for those residents who have struggled so much, especially in a county that we know the cost of living is so high. And although we try every year to strengthen our safety net, we know that the best tool is definitely to put more money in people's pockets. It provides the dignity that they deserve.
We have to just step out sometimes on good information and on faith that we came here to do this job. But at the end of the day, we did win a victory on behalf of thousands and thousands of families across our region.
Elrich says by increasing the regional minimum wage, not only will the need for public assistance decline, but more money will be put back into the economy. He says it's a win-win.
This is real increases in income, and the more people make, the less public assistance you get. I mean, that's not a theory, that's a fact. Everything we have in this county is on a sliding scale, and so the more you move up the sliding scale, the less the government pays and the more you pay, and they're going to net out better off anyway. I mean, it's okay to pay taxes, it's okay to pay for services. I would think that everybody, conservative or liberal, would want people to be able to pay for things and not bemoan the fact they're going to get less public assistance. That is a great outcome.
Dalton Potter's love of music grabbed him at a young age.
My mom decided that the choir program at the National Cathedral was a good thing.
After that, he never thought about anything but music.
So what this is a cello bow. The cello is the tenor. This is the hair that we use to stimulate the strings.
Then, at the age of 16, his parish sent him on a mission to Haiti to teach English to a group of students who were in an orchestra there.
At that time, there really weren't a lot of avenues to escape poverty in Haiti. What this little orchestra did was they would take handicapped children. Then the orchestra would go on tour in the United States and fundraise for these kids back home. It was just, it really just totally moved me, and I've had that seed planted so deep.
You do it all.
Absolutely. So
with a smile.
With a smile.
After that, he went to work for the Violin House of Weaver, where he made classical guitars and eventually learned how to make violins. In 1996, he started Potter's Violins, and the rest is history.
The fact is that the violin business is a very specific trade that has very specific skills that can't be easily duplicated. The learning curve for my employees is really, really long. It's not something you can just hire somebody to work for the summer and they take off. No, I'm very humbled by how many people around the country depend on us as their kind of home shop. Even when they move to other parts of the country, when they come back to visit, they have us adjust their instruments, or maybe they'll bring something and they want to upgrade it and trade it in, go to the next step.
The violins that are crafted at Potter's Bethesda shop are created from scratch.
Generally, making an instrument from scratch, like the parts that you see on my bench here, if that's all I did, I could make one in a month pretty easily.
It's all handcrafted. Each instrument takes weeks of precise workmanship by one of the 4 luthiers who work at Potter's. Dalton Potter is humble about his success, giving credit to his staff and the personal attention that's given to each of their clients.
There's a lady in Northern Virginia to have something made for her as a custom instrument. He's actually coming in today to get it adjusted. I think that really what it comes down to is that people are hungry for genuineness. And the music world is a very small one, and people talk, and the word of mouth spreads when you find somebody you really like. Basically, I have the very best staff that I think that you can assemble in this country.
That's my baby. That's my violin. He made it for me. She's beautiful.
Though budgets for music programs in our schools have been cut across the country, Potter says he considers this the golden age of violin making. He attributes that to the Suzuki method of teaching, which has enabled many children to play music to a high standard.
What he recognized was that music is a language, just like mathematics is a language. And if you can get children at an early age to develop their musical abilities, it affects all of the rest of the brain's development. And it has blossomed into a culture inside the United States of parents and students participating with their music, and teachers that is just, it's so energizing and positive that there's not very much I can say about it that isn't glowing.
Dalton Potter grew up in a family of teachers where the awareness of students whose educations were compromised by their lack of resources was something that affected him. Today, he donates several instruments each year to students who express a commitment to the instrument.
What I wanted to do was take that kid who might be in challenging circumstances, and he finds out from his teacher, if you can play this piece by this time, if you can work hard and get this, Mr. Potter will give you an instrument so you can go to the next level. And that's really what I was after. I wanted to light that fire in that little person to make them say, you know what, I can do this.